I've got so, I've got so much honey, baby, that the bees envy me. I've got a sweeter song than the birds in the trees. I've got so much honey, baby, that the bees envy me. I've got a sweeter song than the birds. I've got so. It'll be the first time you hear this. It is late, and he isn't even there to tell you this in person, but instead, from a car ride home from a bar in Chicago, he is there on business. And of course you will smile, because he sounds like he means it. Because you believe him, because a boy has never handed those words to you like crushed blackberries in the palms of his hands firm. Young, full, waiting to taste sweet with you, his arms, creeping vines, begging to touch the sun in your face, saying, here, take everything I have ever touched to be closer to you. His breath, waiting to be folded into a love note passed in between the nape of your neck and his front teeth. He will remember the time you told him you felt safe in his mouth, and he will never grow hungry, just distant. When a boy tells you he loves you, you will hear music, the voice of your past lovers dancing up your throat, your stomach, in after-hours cabaret, still waiting on the last call. That was when you learned that when a boy says, I love you, he means I am getting ready to be inconsistent with you now. This boy will tell you that he loves you, not long after he had you waiting for 2 hours in front of a cocktail lounge. Patience is something you were working on, but no, not for him. When he asks you to tell him that you love him back, you will be in the car, in the parking lot of a late-night diner. You will watch the words fall into your lap like a spilled glass of white wine. You remember the day your courier pigeon heart got lost in the wind, because that was a message it did not know how or where to carry, and one by one the boys have fallen as silently as the birds do. So eloquently they used to speak until I asked the questions that broke them into ghosts, that bled me into a corpse with so many questions of my own for the soil, but their tongues do not know simple. The things I should be hearing, the things that will make us living men in this time of insatiable yet dying lovers. When a boy tells you he loves you, only to become silent like a folded sheet of tissue paper, not wanting you to decrease him into the truth. Do not crack your face into the fullest crescent moon of the tapered bottom of a blackened sky. He never meant a single word of any of it. He is just a boy, remember? in the trees. I've got so much honey, baby, that the bees envy me.
Restore my faith so that our eyes would become us and we will come to be as we are there before there was me and you there for the love, for the here and the now, for the love to be with you. When I come to the altar, for the altar to pass it now. Love to death, and this will never part from you. And we will be as always, and you are the union for the marriage and the age of Mary, for the kiss that express the truth, the gratitude for the greatness and grateful of cup. Run over the brim for the river that bloods my veins. This is your heart that pumps the circulation to the circumference and the circumstances surpass any obstacle for the ride destiny, for the destination your nation is real as Israel, for the body, the people over the land, and it's the holiness and the lioness, the truth and the lies and the darkness and illuminating over your caverns for the tavern, the spirits of your wine, the celebratory for the declaration, for the declare your victory. Ours is cheers and tears, that shipped for the relations of the bout, for the eyes of the storm, but that remain calm. Even during chaos, the peace within the harmony, for the currency and the money that makes over the worthy of value, for the validating your days of the calendar, for the cylinder, for the limit, for the silly elements of the table periodically, for the manifesting of the words, the flesh and vows, and over the spirit which should never depart, to import your importance for the romance. The Romans ruined that for the row of the canoes, who can know for this the difference and the difficult for the cultists, and for the list of chapter for the book of the life and the after. Not to be redundant, but yet repent for the verses, repetition for the advocate, for the petition that may partitions and patents and patronizing your patrol, for the controller dictators to define your word, like living over the walking dictionary, for the jurisdiction over your sovereign foreign place, not to forget for the daily bread, for the do this and if remembers we're not the U.S. and this is the acronym for the cycle for the moon and satellites and illuminated by your light. Awaken at night, the day for the needs, the nailing of the prey, for the answer, the save, for the be and you, for the Deuteronomy, for the nomadic lands and wings, and this to fly the grounds and landmarks. Spot the space and X, this map crossroads, the crosswalk without the J, for the walking over the Yahweh, for the right away, for the way, the light to make the haste, not to waste it, eat from the feeding over the waistline, the belt, the beloved, for the begotten noble to bestow. Bestiary for the Daniel and the Dan for the lions, for the faith, for the sight, for the victory, for your King David, for the reigning over the throne, rain to clouds, the kingdom with the water, for the well to drink, for this appears a cup of this you can find a pouring over the Bethlehem and the narrows. New Jerusalem, and known the Jews to the Gentile sun to shine. On the earth for the new beginning, to perish the heaven over the fruits of labor, for the producing over you. This is my body and this eat, for this is the church and this is the blood. This is the sheep and my shepherd, for the keep me near your salvation. Yah salvage from the made us new, for the newborn, for the born again like they had a deja vu. For the Jew to prove that this spirit, and to us like we are intoxicated, for the spirit over the made it whole, holy, over the what made us whole, for the see-through, for the transparently parental, for the advisory to document your television, the documentaries for the doctrine. Dichotomy dynamics for your dialogue, log the rebirth for the death of zombies, and that you can find a sixth sense to pay me since this is salvation, the worthy, worth of value to afford me. Or effort that pushed the comfort for the fortune and found that forward attuned to this the Psalms of Solomon for the solo man for the interdependence and we 1-1. Me that didn't fight for the independence and the meat for the bellying over the cross of the boundaries of the bound and now for the bond for this belt meat and tell me the honor for the honestly for the harnessing over the your nest to be flying the nest this is time to fly for this and that's the future was behind the behind over the beehives that stick me for the honeybees and the sweetening to me for the never to find out to give the love that I live the sweet for this to see the home for the scenery for the signal for the smoke to air for this to see what the air the kingdom for this lost with the finding of me. That's myself for I, this a day lot. Over the soul with pluck, one beat for the puck. This is ice rink for the raving over the rake. Me the rake, the tree for this leaf. Me the ruling like a cheerleader for the nobody to follow me. For the this will be the kingdom for Christ that the center for the synergy. For the symmetry, for the simplicity, for the simplifying your finite for daylight. The sunrise and me to shine in order to see me for the order, the court for the courtesy for the wild, and you can see the court for the judge, and that the road with judge claim to disappear to be none of which a law can accuse me to. This is to find with Jupiter 23 for the spirit or galaxy for the galaxy or for the galaxy cow. And me the postmodern, for the man for the stories of history for the majestic. For the male the center for the center creator for the male the gender. Sent back to the center for the building blocks of your carbon and mesh statement.
That's the way a cigarette should taste. That's the way a cigarette should taste.
誰も気づかぬ誰も気づかぬ小さなウィンドウで二人愛していつも暮らしてた誰二人でも愛し気づかぬ誰二人でも気づいて誰も気づかぬ小さなウィンドウで